Virginia. Where y'all from? City state?
Pennsylvania.
So, in a minute, we're going to do a national call with Roland Martin. Y'all upset? And I told him I didn't want to do it by myself. I wanted to do it with y'all. Is that cool? So let me do this. Can somebody hold this cane for me? Thank you, sister. Let me stand behind this chair. And I'm going to get right in here in the middle with y'all. I know the chancellor. She was at NCCU State University, where my father,
Test.
yeah, where my father lived, went to school in 1944. 1944, and out of Free Union, North Carolina. And I think I met your daughter. Where's your daughter?
Yes, she's not here.
She's here. But I want to celebrate, and the news, I want to have the student government president come up here. Where's the student government president? And I want Mr. President and then the president of the university, touch hands. This is what should be happening all over America. Presidents of HBCUs and student government presidents should be leading students and marching to the polls all across this nation. And it's right here happening at North Carolina Central University, and this ought to be modeled across the nation. Somebody say NCCU.
NCCU.
That's right. And this is the kind of thing that ought to happen. And I want to commend this president. She's coming here clear that students are not isolated from reality. Let me have a piece of paper, Yolanda. They're not isolated from reality, but are a part. They're not leadership of tomorrow. We're leadership of today. And today, we're not here partisan. She can't tell people who to vote for. I can't tell people who to vote for, but we can talk about some realities that exist. One of those realities that exist, come on up, Wade. One of those realities that exist is right now in this country, 800 people die every day from poverty. 295,000 people a year. And why do they die? They die because, one, we've not raised the minimum wage since 2009. Two, they die from the lack of health care. Three, they die from environmental injustice. So when we look at, we put out a report card by the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for moral revival and repairs of the breach, and it's nonpartisan. Say nonpartisan. Nonpartisan. What that means is it doesn't tell you who to vote for, but the law says you can tell on people how they have voted. And in that it shows that what each party stands when it comes to living wage, shows that where Trump, Harris, and each party stood on the issue. Now I can't tell you who to vote for, but it shows in that nonpartisan report card that Trump has stood against living wages, Harris has stood for them, Democrats have stood for it, and Republicans have it. Now what does that mean? Since 2009, the minimum wage has been $7.25 an hour. Y'all hear me, students? $7.25 an hour. There's not a state in this country or a county in this country where a person working $7.25, 40 hours a week can even afford a basic 2-bedroom apartment. Right. The living wage should be at least $15, $16, $17 an hour. And we've not raised it since 2009. So if somebody is a poor and low-wage worker, it's not their fault that they make $7.25. It's the fault of the people who got elected because they are the ones that can pass the policies to change. Investment in HBCU is decided by who gets elected. Whether or not health care is a human right that you should have just because you're human, as opposed to something you have based on the job you have, is a political issue. And so we have to be engaged. In America, only about 65% of all Americans vote. That's too small. In North Carolina, the last election for president was decided by 74,000 votes. That's all. And yet, 1 million poor and low-wage people, black, white, brown, Asian, did not vote in this state. In Wisconsin, the margin of victory was 20,000. 1 million people did not vote. In Pennsylvania, it was 40,000. Over 1.3 million did not vote. It would actually take less than 10% of the poor and low wealth brothers and sisters that did not vote in most states to change the outcome of the election. We cannot have power and then sit on that power. If there's ever been a time we need to vote, it's now. And in North Carolina, we have more HBCUs than any other state in the country, and students and poor and low-wage voters are the largest swing vote in the country. The largest swing vote in the country. And your votes are demands. They are not just for personality. And if students and college campuses vote, you can determine state elections, you can determine who sits in the state house, you can determine county elections, and you can determine even who will be the president of these United States. There are more than 74,000 students connected to all of the HBCUs in this state. And the last election, the margin of victory was only 74,000. So I don't want to talk a long time because I know y'all got to vote, but I do want to say you are in history, you are of history, and you are making history. You are in history, you are of history, and you're making history. And there comes a time when the Bible says the stones that the builders rejected have the possibility of being the cornerstone of a new reality. Sometimes, sister, they look at students and they look at poor and low wealth people and you get written off. Come on up here, Miss NCCU. They get written off. And some of y'all know folk back home get written off. But you have to decide nobody's gonna write you off. And in the democracy, one way you decide, make sure that that doesn't happen, is you make sure that you vote. Now, I'm a preacher. Most of y'all know a preacher. I got preacher cousins. So I want you to know, in the Hebrew word, the word for vote and the word for voice is the same word. The word is call. Say that with me. Say call. K-U-L. Say call. And every time in the Bible it says that God's voice spoke, it meant God's vote spoke. And God gives us a voice and a vote. In fact, there's a text in the Bible in Samuel where it says people were oppressing the folk and God's voice spoke and it sounded like thunder. I am of the opinion that your votes this year ought to sound like thunder all over America. There ought to be a sound at the voting booth, and it shouldn't say, we are coming, it should say, we are here. And we are going to sound our votes and get everybody we can. There's nowhere in the world we can allow Harriet Tubman and our foreparents to do more with less than we do with more. Harriet Tubman did not have cell phone, she didn't have email, she didn't have Twitter, she didn't have a hotspot, she didn't have a computer, she didn't have none of that. She got 700 people out of slavery. All she had was moss on the north side of a tree, a North Star in the middle of the night, and a made-up mind. There's nowhere in the world we're gonna let Harriet Tubman do more with less, and we not do more with more. Rosa Parks, she didn't have a phone that'll talk to you. She didn't have an iPhone. She didn't have AI or IA or hey. She didn't have none of that. But what she did have was a made-up mind. What she did have is, I'm sick and tired of being tired. What she did have is, I'm tired of losing. And she sat down so that the whole people might stand up. We must say today, there's no way we're gonna let Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks do more with less than we do with more. We have more than they ever had. More technology, more people, more access, more education, more ability. It's time for us to do more with more. And there ought to be a sound. Somebody said there ought to sound. I heard that at NCCU, you got something called the sound machine. Well, it's time for the sound machine to go to work. Let there be a sound across this country, and that sound ought to be the feet of young people and college students voting like never before.
Yeah!
And since it's this week, because we fought for this, what you all may not know is when I was in school, they didn't let us have precincts on campus. The precinct was way down the road. And we fought for that. When I was student government president, we fought for that, Mr. President. And we won it, students won it. We used to have something called Black College Day. How many of y'all old enough remember Black College? Anybody old like me remember Black College Day? And we marched and we demanded. And we said there ought to be precincts on this campus. And then Shelby gutted the Voting Rights Act in 2013, and they started trying to take it away. The fact that you have a precinct on this campus is the result of people fighting for it. Amen. Don't take it for granted. Don't let anybody tell you you can't vote. The fact that you can register and vote the same day, that didn't just happen. We marched and fought in 2007 to win that in this state. And now we have a chance to use it. And so this week, I want to tell you this and I'm through. Did you know that on October 16th, when was that? Today is what? The 18th. So on Wednesday, Maynard Jackson, who graduated from law school right here, was the first mayor of a major southern city in 1973. On October 17th, John Brown decided to take on slavery in 1859. On October 18th, today, Phyllis Wheatley, the first African-American poet to publish a book, was freed from slavery. On October 19th, tomorrow, Martin Luther King and 51 other people in 1960 were arrested for trespassing in the Rice department store in Atlanta. And Martin King served 8 days in jail. He was sentenced to 6 months. On October 20th, this Sunday, it is the anniversary of when in 1967, the U.S. District Court in Meridian, Mississippi, convicted 7 individuals who were the ones that killed Swanner, Cheney, and Goodman. College students that had gone down in 1964 and 65 to register votes in the South. And they were murdered. They were acquitted by the state. But in 1967, the federal court found them guilty. Every day this week, something historical happened. Every day this week, something historical happened in civil rights history. And when the books are written again, when the books are written again, it will say that students and faculty and the president, what's the date of the day? On October the 18th, 2024, took to the streets, marched to the polls, and set an example for the rest of the nation. One day it will be written in history that you all made history. Yeah. You made history. Yeah. And when the votes are all counted, I believe that history will be made again and again this year. Yeah. So remember, you're not just in history. You're in history, you're of history, and you're making history, and you are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of right now. Yeah. Let's make a sound. Roland Martin, is he on? Hold on a second. We're going to get Roland Martin over and talk to the whole nation. Can you get him on quick? Madam President, thank you so much for letting the eagle come back home.
Of course. You're always
letting the eagle come back home. What we got?
Always.
No, he's gonna hook me up. He wants to do a call in to them. Yeah, that's why we're here, to call in. Eric, can you call in? Can y'all hook in to Roland? Okay. I know some of y'all, all y'all already voted?
Voted yes.
Okay. Woo! Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what, when we get Roland on, if any of y'all got a vote, I'm gonna call y'all back over so y'all can talk. I don't want to talk. I want y'all to talk to Roland Martin, okay? Okay?
Shalexis,
yeah. Get him on, You the precinct chair. Oh, you're the precinct chair. That's right.
Good. It's good to have you.
That's what we need. That's right. Take it. So,
So Alexis Sanders, the person who organized it, she said she met you her freshman year at a
yeah.
debate.
Did she?
Yes, so she's
Wow.
very excited to see you.
Where's that's the organizer.
The organizer.
We get ready to put you on national TV. Hold on. And the precinct chair, we're gonna put him on TV. Hold on. So can you call in the? Yeah, he's supposed to hook it up with Eric. Can you got your Wi-Fi, Eric? Can you hook in?
We're live streaming.
Yeah. Tell him we live streaming, Nika. Hold on a second. We're gonna get this right. Tell me what we can't do. Hey, we got Eric live streaming. How do we get into y'all? Who I need to talk to? We got ready to talk. Yeah, at Central, right here. Can I put him on the phone? Y'all can talk technology.
We on live.
Okay, Eric. Okay, I'm gonna text you. Okay, I'm gonna do it right now. He's gonna have his producer call you. I'm getting ready to text. Give me your number, Eric. What's that? What now?
Y'all hype y'all there on the other side of
What's that?
y'all come in. Y'all come in.
Yeah, we need some hype. Y'all gonna get the rest of them. Get the rest of them going. He look like Braun and James. Hey man, what's your name? Mo from where? Philadelphia, Philly. Okay. I just do what I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, little one, you got both the babies.
It ain't like my favorite. No.
And you won't have many more? Lord help.
You gotta get there early. Yeah, because if you come after,
How many people have voted so far at this precinct?
currently, because we had lines out here early, and then we have. So here we go. So here's what we had supported. So total for the support was 1,603.
How many in this precinct?
So number wise, I don't have the exact number, but we have around like I want to say like with the students too, about like 8,000.
We got to get that up. We can get to 70 to 80%. That's good.
Yeah, so and that's what we're trying to, because remember Sherry Beasley when she was running? The reason why she lost was because so we didn't have the students turn out. So I think because of the number, what I've been talking about yesterday too, you had so many people go out and come vote that we can break that record and get confident. So,
But one of the reasons that she
I'm like, I couldn't hear her, but like, I didn't mean to think it down.
yeah, so the more you get people to go out and vote, I feel like she ran like a campaign, but I just
good. Well, he You ready?
No, they're working on it.
Where?
Derek's talking to the producer now to how to connect.
Let me have my little pen. Y'all got class?
Yeah, they gotta be back.
Okay, well, you gotta leave. You gotta leave. Go. You gotta leave. Go.
We're having a celebration.
Or wherever you gotta go. You go do your thing, young lady.
No. These are the is. I'm just.
I don't want to hold you up for nothing. You the boss.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'll say that.
Reverend Barber.
Hey.
I'm Charles White from Goldsboro.
Hey, man, how's it
Here,
going?
I'm doing good.
Good.
We're doing good.
They're working hard.
Yeah, it's working hard, but I'm getting all my stuff ready for. Just got through midterms.
Oh, yeah.
So we're getting ready to get.
You talked to what's his name, Eric Johnson?
Yes, sir. So I have him for criminal law.
The talk, yeah.
For crime.
Good.
So I'll let him know.
Good. How long you been? This is your first semester?
Yeah, this is my first semester.
Okay. Did you get licensed?
Yes. No, I did not.
Oh, okay. You should have.
No, I know that Robin said that you were sending something. I didn't want to call you.
No, call me.
That was weird.
No, call me. Don't.
All right.
Yeah, if I say I'm gonna do something. Hey, yeah, remind me, Doc.
I will do.
Remind her.
Okay. All right. You take care. I came to see you at the book signing.
Yeah, okay.
But,
how's your dad?
my dad is doing all right.
I know he's proud.
Yeah, he's happy.
Good.
All right.
All
You
right,
take care.
Doc.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing, Doc? Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Have mercy, church member.
Miss Ames.
That's Miss Ames.
Miss Ames.
Miss Ames. All right, Miss Ames. I got it. Thank what church? Yeah, Bigelow used to do that. That's right, my man. Is he? He's been there a while. Yeah, I know he's from Ohio. Tell him I say hello. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Huh? Yeah. Gamma Beta, that's right.
I currently serve as Miss Alpha Phi Alpha here at Central.
Do you?
The Gamma Beta.
When you start serving as
2024 to
Really?
2024.
Where are you from?
I'm a junior political science
So that's where they're going to the celebration?
the student center, yes. So this is like.
No, I told you about it.
I meant to tell you.
So, my best thing is to send them.
Hey, they gonna be able to do this? Yeah, they knew I was gonna be. I told Roland I gotta do a tip.
And I want to say hi to
Hey, Hannah, how you doing?
She's the Attorney General for ASU.
How are you? Where you from? Columbia.
Yeah, she's worked for a library as well.
Oh, you did? In the summer? Okay. You know Miss Gilda, then? Okay. Yeah? That's right. That's right. I know that's right. Miss Attorney General, and you a political science?
Yes.
Okay. Now y'all all need to know it. Law, the law school here, and then we got a conduit. Yeah, they give out free
I'm going to let these go.
my son here, get them class. They'll say class.
That's fine.
They don't cost too much anymore and stay in the class. Just keep taking. But the main deal is when you look at they start. Well, you get in.
With the night ride or tomorrow? Tonight. Well, you got to go back around. It is high from the previous year.
Let me.
I'll make sure you get that. Now you're going to ring it and let me finish it.
Can you call them?
I can get some bus.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I mean, I'll make sure she gets it.
Eric, can you say cut it off right now?
Can y'all just call into the producer? Let me talk on the phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna call. Can I just call in the room? He knew I was gonna be here. Yeah. 919 FaceTime real quick. Yolanda, go ahead and tell her what you're doing.
That's your number?
Yes, sir. And just text it. And I can get you the information. Tell me who you are.
Yes.
I may need to
I was looking.
meet with the student.